Hey, welcome back everyone to our fifth and final step of how to discover your purpose. I don't know about you, but I am super excited because I'm just so passionate about helping people uncover their higher purpose, and every person that I've helped uncover their higher purpose, it is just so amazing to see, like, wow, look at all the beautiful purposes that exist in the world. Every person's purpose is unique, and it just speaks to the value and the beauty of each and every one of us that holds. And so I'm just super excited. So once again, if you have not watched the previous the first four steps, make sure to watch that before you watch this, because I promise you it will make so much more sense if you do, because all of these steps are foundational. They stack one on top of they build one on top of another. So I'll make sure to include the links to those four videos, previous four steps, in the description box, so make sure you check them out. Hi, I'm Jacqueline and welcome. We at Joyful Living Mindset are so excited that you are here, because we believe that you have a great gift within you that's going to uplift humanity in some significant way, and we're here to help you navigate that journey and help you live your truth. So today, final step number 5, what is your purpose? Again, so step number 5, identifying or revealing your higher purpose, is all about answering this kind of two-part question. It is, why do you exist? I'm sorry, what do you stand for, and why do you exist? So it's this powerful two-part question. Your higher purpose should answer that confidently. So if anyone were to walk up to me and ask me, why do I exist? What do I stand for, and why do I exist? I will clearly and confidently always be able to answer them. So let me ask you this. If I ask you today, what do you stand for and why do you exist? Do you have absolute confidence and certainty to answer that question clearly? Well, if not, then rest assured, after this video, you will be able to do so. So let's dive in and dissect, how do we reveal your higher purpose and allow you to answer that question clearly, confidently, and with absolute certainty. So much so that it connects you in a way that is just so visceral, like, oh my gosh, that is why I exist. That is what I stand for. That makes so much sense, because that it's like, now I know why I am the way that I am, or I'm driven to such and such, or that it's like, now you understand, it's like, oh, now I think this is the most important aspect of it too. It's like you would then go like, oh, now I get it. Like, now I understand why I had to go through all that I went through in my past, parts of my past that I have been perhaps ashamed up to this point to revisit or admit, or it's too painful for me to even think about, or that it's hard for me to forgive such and such who contributed to that experience that I had in my past. And so it just all makes sense. It helps you to make sense of your past and make peace of your past, and to see the great gift and how special you are, and how much you truly matter in this world, and the gift that you have within you based on what you went through in the past, that's going to uplift humanity in some significant way. So, all right. So let's dissect both parts of that separately, okay? So what do you stand for? This question is all about, think of it as when you witness a violation of something, of what you stand for, it riles you up like no end. And it shapes your character and your values. And this is like all about you. And it's like people can say, oh, she's always been that way. I've always known that about you, right? And so let me put into context and apply that to my example. If you remember in each one of my steps, right? So my catalyst is that I was left at school until 9 o'clock at night. The problem or the big injustice is that no one should ever grow up or live life feeling so unloved, alone, and that their existence doesn't matter. The solution to that is step number 3 is that to build the next generation of compassionate and aligned role models so that every person can be seen, loved, and feel that they matter in this world, right? And the 4th is the core belief of like, why must this solution exist? And it's, for me, it is that because I wholeheartedly believe that role models should help individuals thrive with love and confidence, not cause them to hide from the world in shame and sadness. Okay, so are you ready? Drum roll. So all that then leads to my higher purpose of what I stand for. And what I stand for is for me, right? It could be different for you. What I stand for, based on my experiences, based on those 4 steps leading up to here, is I stand for love and alignment, right? Because I believe that when we embody love and we are living in alignment, we can become the compassionate, aligned role models to help every person feel loved, seen, safe, and feel like they matter in this world. Okay, so that is me. Like, that's what I stand for. So every time that I see someone being mistreated, abused, or neglected, or even if I hear of the stories, like I get, or even watch like a TV show or something, and I see or hear or know of that, like I just get so riled up. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, this cannot happen. And it's like my soul just wants to jump out and want to do something about it. Or if I see someone that's living out of alignment with who they are and what is it that they should be doing, it's like, gosh, it's like, no, you I just want to grab them and shake them and just like, no, you should be doing that, right? And alignment, it's like it drives everything for me too, in terms of how I live my life. And for instance, I'll give you an example. Throughout my life, there have been multiple opportunities for me to pursue a certain career path or profession that would make me so much money, like so much more. I remember, just to give you a clear example, I remember when I was still working in the corporate world, and my dad and my brother separately have tried to convince me. My dad has tried to convince me to come work with him. Back then, he owned a shopping plaza and runs a Asian grocery store inside that shopping plaza. And he saw how I operated in terms of my customer service, my process improvement, knack, my operation skills and leadership skills and all of that. So he wanted to recruit me to come and help him run and manage and lead and grow his business. And it would have probably quadrupled what I made in my corporate salary at that point. But because of the nature of his business and the hours and whatnot, back then my son was very, very young. He was, I think he was in third grade, first grade or something like that, just very, very young. And I just could not see myself working those hours and not be there for my son. So it's not in alignment with my family values and the life that I want to build for my family. And same thing with my brother as well. And he offered me another opportunity, and it just wasn't aligned. And in that sense, it wasn't aligned with my passion. It wasn't aligned. The work that he wanted me to do just didn't light up my soul. It just wasn't in alignment. And then just like most recently, when I decided to exit the corporate world, Johnson & Johnson, the people that I worked with, one of my peers called me up and or one of my partners that I was supporting called me up and offered me a job to be the lead for one of their development centers in Asia. And yes, that would have came with, I think at that point, that would have been a 2-level promotion for me. And the idea of being an expat and living in another country was just so exciting. But the whole reason why I decided to exit the corporate world was that I made the decision that it was time. I had put my dream on the back burner for way too long. It was time for me to pursue my dreams. And I knew that if I accepted that position, I would further delay pursuing my dreams because I would pour everything that I've got into that role and making sure that I excel in that new role, that I serve my team and the people and my partners in that new role, that I would have no time or energy left to actively pursue my dreams. So that's what I'm saying. It's what I stand for. It's always love and alignment. And if you meet me in person, or even if you can tell through these videos here, you would tell that I'm a very lovey-dovey person. I'm a very warm and welcoming person. I'm a hugger. When we meet and get to know each other, like, you bet that at the end of our conversation, our time, that I will always make you feel so important, so loved, and so cherished, and we'll probably end with a hug, or even I'll greet you with a hug if you're up for it, and in alignment, like I shared all my examples, right? So that's the first part of it. Okay, so the second part of it is why do you exist? And this one actually is a breakdown of 2 parts. Why you exist is how you help humanity, and 2 is how you create the world for humanity to live in, like that improvement of a new world that you want to be creating so that all of humanity can thrive in, right? So for my example is that I exist to help humanity live an uncompromised life of, I exist to help humanity live an uncompromised, abundant, and purpose-driven life so that we can create a world and we can all live in a world where every child and person, where no child or person's safety, happiness, or worthiness is ever compromised. So that is why I exist, right? I'll say that again. I exist to help humanity live an uncompromised, abundant, and purpose-driven life so that we can all live in a world where no child or person's happiness, safety, or worthiness is ever compromised. And so all of that, everything that I share with you from step 1, the catalyst, all the way up to now, all of that boils up to my higher purpose, which is what I stand for and why I exist. So I stand for love and alignment, and I exist to help humanity live an uncompromised I exist to help humanity live an uncompromised, abundant, and purpose-driven life so that no child or person's happiness, safety, or worthiness is ever compromised, right? So we live in that world, right? Just imagine if we can live in a world where no child or person's safety, happiness, or worthiness is ever compromised. Wouldn't that be a world that you want to live in, right? And so that is the power of our higher purpose. It defines who we are, what we stand for, and why we exist. And ultimately, it drives and guides us into how we are ultimately making an impact in the world and helping humanity and shaping the world in which we want us and all of humanity and future generations to live and thrive and play in. And so I hope that makes sense for you. So just think about when you're thinking about like what is my higher purpose, right? You build on top of one another the first four steps, and then based on what your four steps have revealed, it will lead you to uncover what is it that you stand for and why do you exist? Meaning, how are you going to help humanity, and um, what is the world that you will create based on how you're helping humanity, that ultimate impact of your existence and what you do. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments any questions, clarity, or anything that you, and especially if you come up with what you think your believe your higher purpose is based on applying all of these steps that I showed you, the last 5 steps that I've shown you. I'd love to hear what your higher purpose is that came to you, and celebrate you for that, because like I said, we each here truly have a great gift within us that's going to lift humanity in some significant way. And if I have helped you to have a little bit more clarity, or even uncover what your higher purpose is through this process, and you're willing to share that, I would love to celebrate you and honor you, and thank you for that beautiful gift that you are bringing to humanity, that's gonna change and uplift myself, my family, and all of humanity in some significant way. So I would love to hear what your higher purpose is. So please make sure to share that in the comments, and it gives me a chance to celebrate you and acknowledge you, and thank you for the amazing person that you are, and the gift that you are going to bring to humanity and benefit all of us. So again, any questions, comments, please pop them in the comments section. I'll look forward to reading them and celebrating them with you, for those who are going to share your higher purpose. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.